So today I'm going to demonstrate just a quick little video on a stoichiometry experiment using liquids. I am using sodium hydroxide, and there are 4 grams dissolved in 250 milliliters. I have put the sodium hydroxide in this burette, which is going to deliver it into this flask for me. Now, in this flask, I have just distilled water. I want to pipette in, so I'm going to use a pipette here, some vinegar. So I'm going to react vinegar with sodium hydroxide. So I'm going to record. I'm at, my pipette's reading 4 milliliters. I'm going to add in 3 milliliters. Slowly let this out. It goes down to 7. Okay, so I have exactly 3 milliliters of vinegar in there, which is acetic acid. Now, we're going to do something and use what's called an indicator. This is bromothymol blue. So bromothymol blue changes different colors depending on if it's in the presence of an acid or a base. And in an acid, so vinegar is a weak acid, it is the color of yellow. So you can see it's yellow in there. Okay. Now, I also have a magnetic stirrer here, so this will stir for me, and I don't have to do any of the stirring. Turn that down a little bit, so that it will keep mixing in the different sodium hydroxide that I'm going to deliver through this burette. Okay, so this burette is just a really tall column, and it's graduated out very precisely. You can see I got a funnel at the top of it where I poured in my sodium hydroxide. So I'm going to just deliver that in there slowly, and when it changes to a blue color, that's telling me that it's reacted, and now I have all of my vinegar reacted, so then I'll know how much sodium hydroxide I reacted it with. Now, I need to do my burette reading initially. My initial reading is exactly 10 milliliters. And then when I'm done reacting this, I will record what my final reading is. So here's, this is a little noisy. So here's where I'm going to start to deliver my sodium hydroxide into here. And as I deliver it in there, you can probably see where there's a little color change. And that color change means that where it's very concentrated, where it's falling into the vinegar, it is being converted from an acid to a base. So I'm just going to keep adding in here. I want it to stay blue. I can see where it starts turning blue and then it slowly goes away. As that time gets to be a longer time for the blue to disappear, it's telling me I'm getting closer and closer to where I want to be. And as I can see that that blue is taking more and more time, I'm going to go by drops of adding this in here. So this delivers a very precise amount of the sodium hydroxide that I want in there. And it's just nice to have a magnetic stirrer. Oh, look at that. I'm getting very close to a good blue color. I want it just to, it's got a little yellow to it yet. Just another drop or two. I added 1 drop and it turned very blue. Okay, I'm going to turn off that stirrer. This is what I want to record. So now I want to go back and I want to look at my burette to see what my reading is on my volume so I can tell how much I used. So I'm going to pull this down. It looks like it says 16.8. So in other words, as as I look at this, I used I used 6.8 of NaOH. Now, I'm going to write out my equation for this reaction. So the equation for this is I had acetic acid plus I added NaOH, and they were both liquids. This is going to produce sodium acetate plus water. Okay, so this was a liquid, this was a liquid, these are all, this is AQ because this would be an ionic compound dissolved in the water. Okay, now what's nice about this is all a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio. So what I want to do is, so we've talked about molarity. Molarity is used to measure the concentration, and it's represented with a capital M, equals the moles over liters. Now, the thing that I know is I used 6.8 milliliters of sodium hydroxide. Now, when I mixed up this sodium hydroxide, I used 4 grams, if you can see my thing, I put 4 grams in 250 milliliters. So I got to figure out what the molarity of that is. So if I have 4 grams of NaOH, I should carry this out, times, I got to change this to moles. 1 mole of NaOH is approximately 39.9 grams of NaOH. So if I do my calculation on this, it comes out to be 0.10004 moles of NaOH. Now, if I look at my equation, this compared to this, isn't it a 1-to-1 ratio? So wouldn't that also be the same for acetic acid? Right, since it's a 1-to-1. Okay, so I know I use 6.8 milliliters of sodium hydroxide. So I need to be able to convert that, and I can with molarity. So look again, here's molarity. We have the moles in there again, right? So we do have moles in the term molarity. That's